Welcome everyone, I'm Alison with Continental Bead Suppliers. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi everyone, before we jump in, I'd just like to share a close-up of how I create the simple open loop that we'll be using in this project. So the way that I like to do it is obviously thread the bead onto the head pin. And rather than using a chain nose plier like this and bending the head pin over, I prefer to just use my nail just at the top of the bead and then push the wire down like this so that it gets nice and close to the bead. And then I measure it, how much length I need here to form the loop, basically by just using my finger. So I'll use the flush cutters that sits about the depth of my finger is about 1 centimeter. So I'm going to put that there like that. Then I'll take the round nose pliers, and I usually place the wire in about halfway into the plier jaw, and literally just roll the wire back towards me. And there we go. That's a simple or open loop, and they're perfect every time. I've never really thought of pearls as a trend. I think they're very much a staple. That being said, it's always exciting to think up some new and creative ways to use them. This little pair of earrings that I'm going to show you today is just that. We're going to be using our Paperclip cable chain earrings, which by the way look fabulous as they are, but the design can be taken up a notch by embellishing the links. So here we go. For this project we will be using 2 of the Paperclip cable chain earrings. The part number is KE28 and they're available in a silver or gold colour, and they do come with the ear nut backs for them. They just come with this little piece to stop you stabbing yourself with it. We're going to be using approximately 3 inches of this diamond specialty chain. The part number is CH925, and we're going to be separating these little links so that they will be individual pieces. So that's right here. I've already done this for this second earring. We'll be using 10 2-inch head pins. The part number is 8/P2. These ones are 20 gauge wire. If you are going to be using freshwater pearls, the holes on those are much smaller than regular beads, so you're going to have to go down to a finer gauge of a head pin. We'll be using 10 of the 4mm jump rings. Part number is JR4. We'll also be using 10 6mm beads. I'm using glass pearls here, so the 20 gauge head pin will be fine for that. Tools that we need will be a flush cutter for separating the links, 2 pairs of chain nose or flat nose pliers for opening the jump rings, and 1 pair of round nose pliers. So first of all, what we're going to do is I'm going to be threading on a bead onto the head pin and making an open loop. So just push it all the way down to the end there. And the way that I like to do this, I don't like to use a plier. I don't want to take the chance on cracking a bead. So I just sort of put my nail into where I want the head pin to bend. Just pull it over this way towards me. Then sizing for this, I just use the point where my nail is. That gives me usually about the right size. So it's about 1 centimeter. Take the round nose pliers, and I'm usually about halfway in the plier jaw for this. Just draw this back. So there's one little link made. So second one. I usually like to make all the elements at once so that we can kind of keep going with this. Again, you don't, these are pretty simple little loops to make. They're known as a simple loop or an open loop. Pretty straightforward. There's another one. So I'm just going to be doing 5 as I already have this earring done here. Third one. If it bends just a little bit, you can just straighten it up with the plier. If you can't pull this through, if the wire is just a little bit bent, you can take your flat nose pliers and just give it a little pull there. Again, bending it over. Moving this along. So one more to go. There we go. It's quite a fast little project to do, and it's just so pretty. The length of these earrings, I mean, if you wanted to, you could always take a link off the bottom if you wanted to shorten them up a little bit, but I really think this length is quite flattering for all sorts of reasons. So there we go, that's 5 of them. So the next thing I want to do is to attach the pearl into one of these little links that I've separated already from this chain. So I'll just move this out of the way here. So you want to take your flat nose pliers and just open the link or the ring here for the head pin. Pop that in there and then just close it back up again. Make sure it's just joined together. So we've got this little element here. So we'll do that with the other 4 left, I guess. So again, you always want to remember too that you're not trying to open a ring this way. It's always going to have this kind of movement to it to be able to close this up again. So let's put this one on here. Put this back. 2. 3. They look pretty just like that. You could put those onto an ear wire and they'd be just fabulous that way. I often take chain apart that has nice little elements in it. I always look to do something different with it. So the chain itself, again, would be fabulous. You could just put an ear wire into a length of it too, and you have instant earrings there on the diamond chain. One more. Oh, that one got a little bit bent out of shape here. Let's see. This one out. Put that on there. Close it up. Okay, so we've got those 5. The next thing that we're going to do is to take this earring here, and we're going to start at the bottom, I think. So you're going to open one of the 4mm jump rings, which I've already done these ones. We're going to pop this little element that we just made onto the ring and then put it onto the bottom, the last link of the paperclip earring. And make sure that that's nice and flush there. So that's the first one on there. The next one, if you look at this earring, the way that I like to do this is to have a little bit of symmetry here. So if you see the way that the links are sitting, I'm going to put it, this is the front of the earring coming down here. So I'm going to put it on this front part of the second link, the next piece here. So I'm going to take another little jump ring and pop the element on. So as I said, we're going onto the front of this next link, so you can just pick it up, slide that on there, and close this up. So it should be nice and flush. I often will check the jump ring with my nail and just make sure that it's flush there. So now we've got the 2 elements on there. So the next one I'm going to do is attach it. So again, this is the front of the earring. I'm going to attach it onto the left side of this link. So it'll be sitting here. So another little jump ring, an element on. So it's at the left side. So it's going to be going on here. Pop that on there. Make sure that's nice and flush. Another jump ring. So this next one, again, if this is the front, we're going to be going into the front of this second to last link. And then the last one, because we were on the left of the link here, we're going to go on to the right of this top link. So let's get the last little jump ring here. So onto the right hand side. Oh, that slipped. Let's see here. Make sure that that's nice and closed. They have to be flush. You don't want the this little diamond element to slip out in an opening of the jump ring. So that's that. So then we'll just take this little safety piece off the back. There we go. We can pop the ear nut on. Let's move these things out of the way. So here we go. This is the pair of earrings. Finished. I think they just look fabulous. Lots of fun to wear. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.